back to For Your Distraction. Another year, Adam.
Another year down the drain.
Another year. We've been kind of busy with the holidays. Christmas came and went, and New Year's came and went. We got some good New Year's stories, too. It was good times.
Got some stuff out of that.
Good times, but we're back.
We're back.
We're back. We can't keep a good dog down.
Ready to go. Ready to just snap at you. Let's do it.
How's your 2019 been so far?
It's been all right. I've been on vacation for the past couple weeks.
A holiday.
Yeah, I've been on Christmas vacation. I start work again in a couple days, so that's going to be fun. And then classes start again, so I'm going to be at the grind. Yeah, so I'm going to be on the grind again, and that's going to be fun because I'm taking an extra class from last semester, so I'm going to be even more busier. Yeah. Yay, school.
Yay, school. So we were going over show notes. We were talking before we were recording. You were drinking some Yingling. But the Yingling's all gone.
Yeah.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the Yingling gone?
I was drinking Lion's Head. So now you're drinking Lion's Head too, correct?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think we've had this on the Beer of the Show before.
We have.
I keep trying to call it Lion's Head Lager because that's what I always called it. But I guess it's a Pilsner. It says Deluxe Pilsner.
Yeah, it doesn't really taste... It tastes a little bit like a lager, but it's not... Yeah.
It's from the Lion's Head Brewing Company, Wilkes-Barre, PA. So that's what we're drinking.
So you're saying we're bringing back Beer of the Show? Is that what you're telling the folks?
No.
Oh, okay.
The problem with the Beer of the Shows are, Deloney, if you're listening, he said he was going to go back, listen to every single For Distraction show, make a spreadsheet on Excel of every beer that we've done as Beer of the Show and what we rated them. We're still waiting for that. My problem is when I go to pick out a Beer of the Show, I don't remember what we've done and what we haven't done already. So
yeah,
I'm over that. We're just going to drink and bullshit, and that's what this show's all about.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Are you having a good 2019 so far?
You know what?
You've been busy. You've been doing some stuff.
I've been busy, but it's been a different kind of busy. Work's been real broken up for me. I was off for Christmas. I was off for New Year's. This week coming back, it's going to be a regular week of work for me. But it's been nice. I could be at home, spend time with the family. My girls just went absolutely bonkers for Christmas this year. Our house is a disaster still. Santa was very good to us.
Old Saint Nick. Santa was good to me too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I've been sucking the teat of the Kraken lately. So
the Kraken.
Yeah. I think it was last show we were drinking that.
Last show we were drinking some Kraken. Yes, good times. Good times. So what about your 2018 in the rear view mirror? How was it? Good, bad, indifferent.
Indifferent, I guess.
Ups and downs.
It wasn't great. You know, as you and the listeners all know, I was extremely busy. You know, work and school, all that life. So I didn't have a lot of time. To be honest with you, 2018 kind of flew a little bit because, like I said, I've been busy. You know.
Yeah. Yes, that you have. So let's talk about 2018 a little bit. One thing we like to do as a year wrap-up show here at FYD, we want to talk about the fallen soldiers, the people that are no longer with us, Adam.
Pour one out for one's homies.
Pour one out for the homies. And we lost... Every year it seems like we lose so many good ones. Yeah. So I just went through a list here real quick. Correct me if I miss anybody. I'm sure I'm missing a ton. But we'd be here the whole show naming off people who died. But we're just going to mention a few of them right now. Stephen Hawking.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that he died. I knew he died, but I forgot it was this year.
Stephen Hawking died this year.
That's sad.
Margaret Kidder. She was Lois Lane in the original Superman, which you're not a fan of the original Superman. Christopher Reeves.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just, you know...
I like it.
It was a little much. There's a lot of problems with those movies.
Jerry Van Dyke. He was Luther on Coach. Big fan of Coach. He died. R. Lee Emery, who was in Full Metal Jacket, everybody's favorite drill instructor. He died. Yeah. He was typecast as like a military guy. Everything I saw him in. Vern Troyer, Mini-Me.
That was this year, wasn't
Mini-Me, yeah, he's on my list here. Anthony Bourdain, Aretha Franklin. Oh my goodness. Aretha. Robin Leach. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Robin Leach is dead. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds, man.
You know who's most sad about that?
Who?
All the ladies' pants.
Yeah.
Dude was a man's man.
Yeah. I put this one down because I actually really liked him. You know me, I'm a fan of the show The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Scott Wilson died. He played Herschel.
That's right. He did die.
I liked him.
He had been killed off the show in early on.
Mm-hmm.
Not early on, but I mean like a while ago. It was a while ago.
Back when the show was still really good.
Yeah.
I still like it, but I even admit it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. But yeah, so Scott Wilson. Mac Miller, one of my favorite. He's from Pittsburgh. One of my favorite hip hop artists. I was a big fan of him.
Was Mac Miller hip hop?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, like underground hip hop. Yeah, Mac Miller, man, big fan. Who else I got on my list here? Stan Lee.
That's the big one. That's the big one of the year.
That's a big one.
George Bush died. That's one that died.
I had both Bushes. George and Barbara Bush both died. I have them on my list. They were coming up next.
Who cares about Barbara? She wasn't the big
show
name.
Some respect.
She wasn't the big name. But, George Bush died, but he wasn't the big one. The big one was Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
Stanley, yeah.
We dedicated almost a whole show when Stan Lee died, so
yeah,
not much more we can say. Well, speaking of the Bushes, George and Barbara Bush, John McCain also died. Almost President Senator John McCain, who I didn't
got the shivers.
Yeah, I didn't like him, but then I did like him. I didn't like him when he ran against Obama. I voted for Obama, but then he was kind of sticking it to Trump toward the end of his life. There, I think he went out on a high note. So,
I mean, you might as well.
Who else? Oh, you mentioned a couple that I missed.
I had just. Two singers of very popular indie bands.
Are they indie?
Well, yeah, relatively. Like
I think they were pretty popular guys.
Indie rock, but they were kind of more indie rock. So, lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, died.
Mm-hmm. You were a Linkin Park fan in your day, weren't you?
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was young and teenager, going through the mean streets in Hermitage, PA. Yeah, I was listening to Linkin Park. Chris Cornwell, lead singer Soundgarden, also died too.
Yeah.
So if you like those bands, sorry.
Very, very talented men. So let's take a moment of silence for
one out for one's homies.
Yes. Cheers, Lion's Head. Cheers.
Cheers.
So there was a lot of good movies, a lot of bad movies.
Yeah.
That came out in 2018. I was looking at a list, and I realized, holy shit, there's a lot of movies that came out in 2018 that I haven't even seen yet.
I binged. I didn't see a lot of movies either, but I binged a lot of newer movies that came out this past year that I missed, like the past 2 weeks that I've been off work. So I managed to get some movie watching in.
Okay. So I set mine up probably a little bit differently than you. So how many do you have on your list of movies you've seen of 2018?
Like 9 or 10.
Okay, so I have 11. So we'll go in my order.
Did you put down movies that you saw or movies that came out in 2018?
I put movies that I saw.
I just put movies that came out. There's a couple other ones that I saw also this past year, but that came out in 2017.
Okay, so we'll just go in any order then. But I'm gonna talk. I've narrowed it down to like 5 movies I like that came out and 5 movies that I didn't like that were released. So I think you've seen some of these. So I'm going to start with the movies that I liked. Start with good.
Go ahead.
And my number 5 on my list is the movie Ready Player One.
Saw that this past week.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. There was a big... Like most movies that are based off of any other medium, there was a big, maybe not huge, but there's a pretty big outcry of people that were like, yeah, the movie's fine, but it's nothing like the book. The book is way better. I didn't even really like the movie that much. The book was way better, and like they got this wrong and they got that wrong. Blah blah. I saw it and I was like, I didn't read the book, but I was like, this is a good fucking movie. It's a pretty good movie. Like, as somebody who is a gamer, like, I'm sure there's a lot of like terminology that you didn't fully understand whenever you were watching the movie. But as a gamer, there's a lot that I understood, so that's like the only tip of the hat that I can give to myself, apparently. So that made it pretty fun. All the pop culture references were amazing.
Oh, they were great.
The Iron Giant, the dude drove the DeLorean. Like
it was such a Spielberg thing. Like it was a lot of Spielberg stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
and that's the future.
I use this a lot. I say this a lot. I probably overuse this when I describe a film that I liked. But when I'm using it here, this time I mean it. This movie, Adam, this movie was fun. I had a fun time watching this movie.
That's how you rate all your movies.
Was it fun?
Was it fun?
I do. I rate mine because that's what it's all about. And it's called entertainment. Are you not entertained? I was entertained by this flick. So it made number 5, the 5th favorite film that I watched of 2018. Going to go on to my number 4 here. I liked this movie. It was my number 4. But I think it's really going off a lot of nostalgia. I don't think this is as good as the last one. But number 4 is going to be Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. What do you think?
I didn't watch it because I
see it.
didn't want to watch it.
Why?
I didn't want to watch it because I've heard so many bad things about it. And then I just I watch the YouTube show CinemaSins.
Yes, you do.
And I watch their big series. Obviously, the only thing they have is Everything Wrong with So-and-so Movie. And I watched that to kind of spoil it for myself. When I watched that, I was like, I'm really glad I didn't waste like 2 hours watching this movie. Because it looks really stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first Jurassic World film. And of course it wasn't as good as Jurassic Park. But I think I liked it more than Jurassic Park 2, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3, which is not saying a whole lot. But I've talked about it on this show countless times. You know me. My love for the Jurassic Park film franchise might eclipse how the movie actually is. I just love the idea of bringing dinosaurs back. I played with dinosaurs as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. And I just love Jurassic Park is my second favorite film of all time. And I think the movie had a lot of downers in it. There was a lot of parts that I was kind of like, what the hell's going on? But it still got number 4 on my list. It's because of mainly nostalgia and my love for the movie franchise as a whole.
That's fair. I didn't watch it, so.
Number 3, I think you still have this one. Number 3 favorite film of 2018 was Avengers Infinity War.
Well,
Part
you know
1.
I saw it, so how is it your number 3, though?
It was my number 3 because I've got 2 that I liked more.
That's interesting.
Yes. I liked Infinity War a lot, and it may move up because there's another part of the movie that's coming out this year. It didn't end. It didn't end.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it did, because the next one is not part 2. It's a different movie. Avengers Endgame. Endgame, yes. It's a different Avengers movie. So... I
felt like I needed more. I felt like there was more that I needed more. But I liked it a lot. It was great. It was, as far as superhero movies go. I bet if you're someone who's not that into comic books and superheroes like we are, you might have not appreciated this film as much as geeks like us. Is that fair to say?
It's extremely fair to say.
Okay. So moving on to my number 2. And my number 2 is one I just recently saw. And this will hold a special place in my heart, Adam, because I went to the movie theater and saw this. And I took my daughters, Eva and Nina. The first movie that either one of them have seen in the movie theater. So, do you remember the first movie you ever saw in the movie theater?
Probably Lion King. I don't know. Okay. When did Lion King come out?
94?
Was it 94? Yeah. I think it was probably that.
That's a good one.
That would be my imagination. So
the first movie I ever saw was like 1988 or 1989. I saw the original Land Before Time.
That was a good movie.
It's a great movie,
That's a great movie.
So I wanted their first movie that they saw in movie theater, I wanted it to be special. I wanted them to remember it. And I went with them, and we saw Mary Poppins Returns, Adam.
So, like, is that any good?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Now, you got to understand that I am an absolute Disney freak. There's no hiding that in me. And I love, love, love the original Mary Poppins.
Okay. Question. So, is Mary Poppins a Time Lord?
That's a great question.
Is she a Time Lord? Let's get down to brass tacks.
There is a debate, a big debate, on Reddit that I was following back and forth. Some people say that she is a Time Lord from the Doctor Who universe. Other people say, no. She studied witchcraft and wizardry at Hogwarts.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Yes. And now I'm kind of like,
Well, it's like everything all about her is like a kind of like a Time Lord. You know, the bigger on the inside than the outside, that whole thing. Her whole handbag is that. Like, she could live in her handbag.
And some people said that. Other people made the argument, but in Harry Potter, you saw Hermione Granger use the exact same handbag when they're out in the woods.
Yeah, but like, it's poker rules. What came first? Like, what's the highest card? What came first? What's got the most mileage?
I would say the Doctor Who came
there you go.
in the
So
60s.
That wins.
Whereas J.K. Rowling's wrote in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
The Harry Potter. So
that
they got
wins.
30 years on them.
Yeah, so that wins.
Okay.
Yeah, poker rules. That wins.
Poker rules.
Mary Poppins is officially, you heard it here, folks, a Time Lord.
They never show her TARDIS, though.
They never show her TARDIS, but I mean, like, TARDIS could take any form.
She has
many
the
forms.
umbrella. She doesn't really have a Sonic.
Well, like, where does she go? But where does she go whenever she flies away? She goes somewhere.
And she comes back in this movie, spoiler, she doesn't age. And there's one thing I want to say.
So is it a sequel?
It's a direct sequel, Adam.
Like, how many years later? Like, when the children are adults and then they got kids?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly right. So Emily Blunt is in this movie, which I love Emily Blunt. She's amazing. But she's not playing Mary Poppins in this film. Emily Blunt is playing Julie Andrews, who is playing Mary Poppins. I know, right?
So she's playing Mary Poppins.
But she's not playing Mary Poppins how she would portray Mary Poppins. She is doing an exact copy of Julie Andrews playing Mary Poppins. It's phenomenal.
It's great. In fairness, that's what all sequels like that or remakes should do. They should play the...
But they don't always do that.
That's my point, yeah. So that makes it even better.
Makes it great. It doesn't take anything away from the original. Which, the original, Adam, it's Mary freaking Poppins. It's a classic. You would have so many angry people with torches and pitchforks coming for Bob Iger at Walt Disney if he fucked it up. And he didn't. I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it. He plays Lamplighter Jack, and he's great. He's from Hamilton, he's so talented. Dick Van Dyke makes a cameo appearance in this. He's 93 years old. He sings like a bird. He's dancing on a desk. It's fantastic. It's so good. It's my number 2 movie of the year. I recommend seeing it.
So, in the original Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke gave a terrible, terrible English accent.
Horrible. Rotten.
English. Would that be considered insensitive to another culture in today's age? Would that be making fun of...
I think it was actually insensitive back then, too. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I know I saw the movie Saving Mr. Banks, where Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney, and P.L. Travers in it. They portrayed her as hating the movie.
I did hear about that. I heard that was a big scandal thing because like it was like the other way around in real life. Like she loved it and didn't he like not really care about it? He was like, nah, fuck this movie.
I don't know about all that, but the movie portrays Walt Disney as some lovable grandpa who was like conscious of her feelings and tried. In real life, I heard he was like a cutthroat capitalist, and he was basically like,
was he like a
sign the fucking paper, you broad, and give me the rights to your book. And
was it like a borderline white supremacist?
There's rumors that he was an anti-Semite, but then there was interviews with people who worked from him that were Jewish, and they said that anything could be further from the truth. So we'll never know. I like to look at Walt Disney's life with a special rose-tinted glasses because I just love what he's created and the empire he's made. So I'm an apologetic, so I'm not the right person to ask.
You're just like Trump supporters.
Well.
Anyway.
My number one. My number one favorite movie of 2018 was Black Panther.
Was it number one, really?
Number one.
Really?
I really liked it. And I since have rewatched it a couple times, and it holds up, bro. It holds up.
I mean, it was a great movie. I don't know if I put that above Avengers, but it was a great movie.
I think Avengers was good in a different way. It was a culmination of everything that we've come to know from the Avengers.
For a third time. Well, it was a culmination for the third time of everything.
But I mean, the ultimate culmination. We thought we had a culmination.
And then Endgame, we're like, no.
Now
this is the culmination.
Yes. But Black Panther, I think in its own right, it's a good standalone film on its own right. I thought it was so good. I thought it was great. It's my favorite movie of 2018, Black Panther.
I read something recently, and this is really weird to think about, but like if you look back on all the Marvel movies, all the superheroes, you got Iron Man, Captain America, Ant-Man, all the Marvel superheroes we have. Black Panther is like the first superhero that we have that doesn't quip in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Every other superhero quips at some point. They quip. They do like weird jokes and be funny and be the comic relief in their own movie and stuff like that every now and then. Black Panther's like the only one that never does it. Like everybody else around him
People around
quips,
him do, yes.
But
there's quippiness in the film.
But he is super serious 100% of the time in those movies. That's like a really weird thing that I didn't notice before, but I was like, yeah, in like fucking 20 movies, he's the only one that's like, no, we're doing business. We are taking care of shit now. I thought it was interesting. That was pretty cool. I mean, the dude's a king, so like he's got to be like rough and strong and all that other shit. So
there's one honorable mention. It didn't make my top 5, but I still liked it. And it came out, and I just recently watched this. And I'm talking about the movie, I don't know if you've seen this or not, Bird Box.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. And I gotta be honest with you, because of all the hype of the movie, I may not watch it.
Well...
There's a lot of hype about this movie, and I'm like, first of all, what Julia Roberts...
Sandra Bullock,
sorry. Tomato with those two, apparently. Sandra Bullock, not the biggest fan. I don't dislike her, but like there's not really any movie she's in that I'm like, I like that movie. I like Speed, but not because of her. So, in fact, she's a little annoying in that movie, but like I'm not like a huge fan of her, so I'm like her being in the movie is kind of like it's not dragging me towards it. It looks good. It looks interesting. But it reminds me a little bit of it reminds a little bit of A Quiet Place. Just the trailer.
It does.
The trailer.
And I've heard that. I read some stuff on Reddit. A lot of people are calling it the poor man's Quiet Place or the Kmart version of A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen A Quiet Place.
I enjoyed it a lot.
That's a 2018 movie. I'm sure we were going to bring it up on your list. I have not seen that yet. I kind of want to. And everybody on the internet that had seen both, almost all of them say A Quiet Place was better than A Bird Box. So...
Well, I mean, I'm a fan of John Krasinski, first of all.
So am I.
He's a great actor.
Married Emily Blunt, by the way.
Yeah.
Comes full circle. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of him, and what they did with A Quiet Place was
She's in that too, isn't she? Is his wife in? Is Emily Blunt in that movie?
I think it's Emily Blunt. I can't remember.
So. Okay. Well, anyway.
But what's really cool about that movie was what they did was they played with sound in a way of basically. I've never seen a movie that had this little amount of sound that I liked as much, because obviously, if you didn't know, the daughter is deaf, and it all hangs on like silence in the movie and everything like that. I'm not going to spoil why, obviously, but a lot of the movie hangs on silence, and there's so much of the movie where there's no sound, and you're like parts of the movie you're like tense. You don't hear anything, but you're tense. You're like, what's going on? Like, what's going to happen? This, that, and the other thing. So a lot of that hangs on. Yes,
that's what Bird Box had going for it too. There was so much suspense. And I loved that. I actually like that about I'm going to use the term horror movie very loosely here, but suspense part of horror films or scary movies in general is probably my favorite. I like suspense more than I like jump scares.
Yeah. If Bird Box wanted to do something that would really impress me, they would have shot the whole movie basically from the position of Sandra Bullock. They would have basically, like, when she put the blindfold on, you don't see anything, and all you hear is what's going on. If they really wanted to impress me, they would have done it like that. And then when she took the blindfold off, or somebody took, then you saw shit. And then they, oh my god, put the blindfold back on, and then you didn't see anything. If they really wanted to impress me, they wouldn't do that. But
be pretty hard. But
yeah,
I suggest you watch it.
I will eventually.
It's on Netflix now, so I suggest you watch it. It's worth seeing. So it made my honorable mention because I did enjoy it. All right, so now I'm gonna get into the top 5 films of 2018 that I disliked.
Little negativity.
Negative time. Hey, it's 2019. Time to get negative. So my number 5, I think you saw this movie. My number 5 least favorite film of 2018 is The Cloverfield Paradox.
That did come out in 2019, didn't it?
2018, yes.
That wasn't that good. It was interesting, but not great, in my opinion. They made a lot of choices. Is what I'm gonna say about that movie.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, I love the original Cloverfield from 2008. I saw it in the movie theater. 10 Cloverfield Lane that came out a couple years ago, 2016. John Goodman did such a good job in it.
Such a good movie.
So I had very high hopes for the Cloverfield Paradox, except it was a straight to Netflix.
Yeah.
Which there's a little bit of a red flag, but
I don't know about that. Netflix they've had some winners. They've had a few some good stuff.
They've had some winners.
Some good stuff.
But they've had a lot of not winners.
Well, it's like the old joke, Netflix will buy anything.
Yes.
You know?
So I did not care for the Cloverfield Paradox. I thought it was a little bit weird.
Yeah, it was out there.
It didn't really fit. It didn't really story. I don't know. Alternate dimensions.
It was a multiverse. It was a multiverse, is what it was. So,
which I'm fine with. I've been watching a lot of Doctor Who lately. I'm fine with that. But anyway, so that was my number 5. My number 4 was the movie Tomb Raider.
I didn't watch that.
It came out in 2018.
I chose not to watch that because I'm a video game fan and I knew what that movie was going to be. Shit.
And see, I never played the video game. I knew about the video game, and I remember as being young, probably naive, but I thought I liked the Angelina Jolie ones that came out in the early 2000s. There was 2 of them, right?
Well, the Angelina Jolie ones, that was based off of the original Tomb Raider. This new one, I think, was more based off of the reimagining of the Tomb Raider. Because I've been playing the recent Tomb Raider games, and they're fucking fantastic. And I only played the first Tomb Raider, like the original. Mm-hmm. And like the difference between those 2 Tomb Raiders are the original one, which was Angelina Jolie, where she was like borderline prima donna, but like a badass that would kick your ass, but she's got all this money and, you know, she flashes it and everything like that, you know, like how Angelina Jolie is. And then the reimagining video games were like her Lara Croft's first adventure, and she's got to do a lot. She's not as much of a badass. She's unsure of herself, but she has to grow and she has to become strong. And they did it really well in the first movie, or the first game. So I think that's what they were kind of going for when I was watching the trailers of this new movie. And I saw the trailers and I was like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, the girl who played Lara Croft, Alicia Vikander, gorgeous, absolute gorgeous. A complete different look than what we're used to for like Angelina Jolie.
Well, yeah, Angelina Jolie, she looked like her Lara Croft still looked like a celebrity.
Yeah.
So,
like giant flopping tits and like booty shorts, and this girl looked like a regular attractive girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, she looked
not fake, not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she looked like she never had plastic surgery.
Right.
So,
precisely. Beautiful. She's from Ex Machina, too, if you ever saw that flick.
I love Ex... Did I see Ex Machina?
I don't know that answer, Adam.
I'm trying to think. I think I did.
So anyway,
I think it did.
She's very attractive, so I'm like, oh, I'll give this a shot because I like the other ones, and it was just not good, and that's why it's my number 4 on movies I didn't like in 2018.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I will probably never watch that movie.
All right, moving on to my number 3 film that came out in 2018 that I saw that I did not like. And this is a movie that I actually really like the book. The book is excellent. And when I heard that Disney was doing this, they were taking a book I really like and turning it into a feature-length film, I was very excited. And I'm talking about the movie A Wrinkle in Time. Did you see it?
No, I wouldn't have either.
Well, don't. Chris Pine's in it, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon. No, it was bad. It was bad, and I'm disappointed. I don't want to be one of those assholes that's like, oh, the book was so much better, but the book was so much better.
I'm sure it was.
So, Wrinkle in Time.
I mean, The Hobbit was way better than the movie, so, yeah.
A Wrinkle in Time is my 3rd least favorite film. Moving on to my 2nd, we're going to talk about The Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Why did you watch The Maze Runner?
Because I was invested. I had already watched the other 2, and I felt like I needed to watch this to wrap it up. And I felt like we need to make a 3rd one to wrap it up. I feel like that's the only reason they made the 3rd one.
Well, yeah.
Is because we have to wrap it up.
Well, it's because, like, the age of, like, the Hunger Games movies is over, basically. Like, the Hunger Games came out, it was a hit. Everybody loved the Hunger Games.
I love the Hunger Games.
I like that. I still haven't watched the last one to this day.
Get your shit together.
But I like the Hunger Games a lot. And then they were like, oh shit, Hunger Games did really well. Let's start buying up all these other tween properties.
Yeah, they made the Divergent movies.
Yeah, and then the Maze Runner.
And Divergent wasn't very good.
Oh, it sucked. I saw it. It sucked.
Yeah, they weren't very good. There was a couple.
The plot made 0 sense.
Yeah.
0 sense.
Well, if you think Divergent was bad, wait till you see the Maze Runner movies.
I saw the first Maze Runner.
You did?
I did see it.
Bad.
It was stupid. It was dumb.
You think the first Maze Runner is bad? Wait till you see the 3rd one, which came out in 2018.
Kill me now.
It is my 2nd. And you know what? It's only my 2nd. So that shows you something. Do you want to know my least favorite movie was?
Oh boy. I bet you it's something I liked. It's something I liked.
I hope you didn't. Another sequel. And I liked the original. That's why I wanted to watch this. And my least favorite movie of 2018 is Pacific Rim Uprising.
I did see it. It
sucked, didn't it?
It was not. They made a lot of bad choices.
That's one way to put it.
It had potential. Here's the thing. It had potential.
Yeah, it did.
Well, like they not just potential from the original movie, just potential from what they were working with. Like they had some good actors. They had a few good actors in there, and then there was the whole plot point where, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, I don't give a shit about spoiling.
I don't give a spoiling this piece of shit either.
They had the whole plot point where the drone robots turned against humanity, and they started fighting. And they had something really good there that they could have worked off of, but they resolved that problem within 5 minutes. And then came the thing you were looking for, the whole robot versus kaiju battles, and that wasn't that exciting, to be honest with you. It wasn't. And then the resolution of that was like, no, I'm good. I still like
when they make Charlie from Always Sunny the villain. That's when.
But he's kind of a fun villain. Well, because here's the thing, like it's not like
you don't want to hate him though. It's Charlie.
But I hated to love him. Like I loved to hate him. Like it was one of those kind of things where it's like when he was acting like the villain and he was like sending when he sent the drones to go fuse. I don't know how it worked. Fuse the fucking kaiju together into one giant kaiju and everything like that. When he was doing that whole sequence, it's like fucking Charlie up there. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Dayman.
Fighter of the night, man. Champion of the sun.
So I didn't like that movie. I did not like it, and that is my least favorite. What you got? What did you see that I did not put on my list?
You're forgetting Incredibles 2.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it yet? How have you not seen Incredibles 2? Wasn't as good as the first one. Obviously, like most sequels do. But you know what? It was good. It was an entertaining flick. I did see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I really want to see that.
It's a pretty good movie.
I heard I need to see it before I watch the next Infinity War.
You kind of do, because Scott plays. We've seen the trailer. We see Scott is in Endgame, and something happens in Ant-Man that begs the question: how the fuck is he there?
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
but like, so it is, and it's a good movie. It's a general all around good movie. Like I said, it's a nice breather from like the serious Marvel shit that we've been getting lately. Like, I don't mean shit as in like it's bad, but like just stuff. But like, we just saw the Avengers movie, and it's like, holy shit, that was so much. It was so dramatic. This is like a nice like upbeat kind of like, oh, okay, we can deal with this. I also saw Deadpool 2. I watched that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Love me some Deadpool. Still not as good. It's not as good as the first one, like I've been saying. Mm-hmm. But I still liked it a lot. I still had some love for it, and I think it's mainly because Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool. So if Ryan Reynolds didn't play him, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I watched Venom. I did see Venom.
How was it?
Not as bad as people were shitting on it. Like, people have been shitting on Venom like a lot. It's not as bad as people are saying. I just wish it was in the Marvel Universe. So that's kind of what makes me like, don't make a sequel. Just figure out a way to incorporate him into the Spider-Verse so that Spider-Man can fight Venom. But there's one movie, though, that I saw actually just the other day that I do kind of want to talk about.
Okay.
It is the Black Mirror Bandersnatch on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that a movie? I thought that was a TV show.
It's a movie. They did...
Black Mirror is a TV show.
Black Mirror is a TV show, but they did Black Mirror Bandersnatch, which is a movie.
Oh.
Here's what it is.
No spoilers, because I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to spoil it. This is basically like the broad description of it. Okay. Basically, it takes place in like the early to mid 80s, and it's about a computer programmer of a video game that gets his chance to write his own computer, to basically get his game made for this one computer game corporation. And the game he's making is based off of a choose your own adventure novel called Bandersnatch. It's this big thing. You remember Choose Your Own Adventure novels?
Of course I do.
Like, yeah. If for those of you that don't know what it is, all you youngins out there who don't know what Choose Your Own Adventure novel, it's basically you read and you get to a point where it's like, do you do one of these two things? If you do this, turn to page 72, or if you do this, you turn to page 158. And when you go to 158, you make sure you keep your finger back where you originally were, and when it says you died, you go back. So that's basically what the game is. Here's the unique part of it. The movie is a game.
Okay.
If you didn't hear about this, movie is a game. It's It's what they call an interactive movie.
How do you make the choices when you're watching it?
You take your remote, or in my case, I took my phone, and what happens is there comes a point in the movie where you have to make a choice for the character.
Shut up.
And you choose just two things come up, do this or do that, and you make a choice, and the character does that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's basically a game. It's basically a video game.
Dude, I'm watching it tonight.
Here's what I'm saying. I enjoyed it a lot, and I spent a lot of time on this because it's one of those things where if you make a choice and it leads to like an end point of where the movie would go, or like the character's death or something like that, what'll happen is it'll get to go to another screen or another scene after it, and it'll say either continue to credits, or it'll give you the choice: do you want to go back to this point or this point, and make a different decision.
No. So I'm picturing like the end of the movie Clue, where it's like they show you all the options in chronological order of what it could have been. It's not like that at all. You're actually choosing.
You're actually making a choice.
That is mind-blowing. Like, we are on the holodeck right now in Star Trek.
It's really good. I delved fairly deep into the movie because I spent like 3 or 4. Like, you got to have some time. You got to make some time for this. Make a little time for this. You got to set aside a couple hours for this. But
so I might not watch it tonight, is what you're saying.
Probably not tonight.
I should wait until another night.
Probably not tonight. But you got to set aside a couple hours for this, and you got to, like, because you're gonna want to say, you're gonna get to an end point, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna think to yourself, I could end it right now, maybe come back to it, and then you're gonna look at it and be like, but what if I go back and make this other choice, and then you're gonna hit that instead, and you're gonna go back, and you're like, it does a really good job of when you go back to make a choice. A lot of times it'll skip past stuff you know. Like, if you see a scene, it's like a long scene of people talking, a lot of times it'll just skip past that scene, like, just briefly and give you, like, a preview of it, so you kind of remind you, oh, yeah, that's what we talked about, and then go to, like, continue on. Like, it'll do that.
Huh.
It's really good until it's not. And when it's not is when you've delved into it for a couple hours, and you're like, I'm kind of sick of this, and I just want to look up online the flowchart of what all choices may lead to where.
So you've seen the flowchart.
I've seen the flowchart. Well, here's the thing. I saw the flowchart, and I realized the flowchart's not very big, but I saw most that was on the flowchart. There's a few things I did not see. There's one character in it whose name is Milton, I think. Colin, who reminds me so much of a very slightly cooler version of somebody you and I know. Like, when you see it, you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. But I definitely recommend it. Like, if you haven't seen Black Mirror, give it a try.
Have you watched the Black Mirror show?
I love Black Mirror so much. Okay. I haven't finished the last season, but I love it so much. Like, the fucking Star Trek episode, basically.
So our old friend Brandon, who used to be on the show with us, over this past weekend, we went skiing, and he recommended Black Mirror. He didn't say anything about the Bandersnatch, but he was talking about the TV show. He said it's like current day Twilight Zone.
It is.
He said it's so good, you'll love it. Watch it.
It's Twilight Zone for the techie world. For if you like tech stuff like phone and innovative stuff or Siri or Amazon Echo or whatever.
How many seasons of it is there? It's
like 3 or 4. I think it's 3. I want to say it's 3, but like each season has like, it's a British show, so each season has like 7, 8 episodes, whatever, something like that. It's real short, basically. The seasons are pretty short, so you can make it through pretty quickly. And what's really cool about them is they're each unique stories. So you don't have to see you can jump around if you want to. Be like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me jump into this one. You know, they're never the same characters twice, as far as I've seen so far, at least.
All right, so you have any other 2018 films?
No,
that was the end of it?
That was base. I think that was it for. I saw other films, but they didn't come out in 2018. They came out in 2017. So, the only other thing I watched two other things I watched that were brand new for 2018 was Jack Ryan, which I've talked about before. Great, another John Krasinski, great fucking show. Amazon Prime, and I saw the entire first season of Star Trek Discovery. I finally got around. I know you said that you saw the pilot.
I saw the pilot, yes.
Yeah. If I had to say anything about Star Trek Discovery, I would say it's good, but it's still like it's missing a lot of Star Trek. Here's the one thing I hate about it. I absolutely hate about it, and I kind of hate this about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies too. I'm really getting sick and tired of when they make new Star Trek medium. They always have to feel like they gotta redesign the Klingons. They always have to feel like they gotta redesign the Klingons. Yeah. That Worf wasn't enough. J.J. Abrams did a complete redesign on the Klingons. This movie does basically a complete redesign of the Klingons too. They don't even look like Klingons. They don't look like Klingons at all in the slightest bit. They're hairless. They got no beards, no long hair, nothing like that. They kind of remind me a little more of Bortus from Orville than they do of actual Klingons. Okay. So,
well, they changed him in the J.J. Abrams movies and the one with Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto. Those movies,
yeah,
they look different in there from they do the Next Generation.
Yeah,
but the Next Generation Klingons look different than the Klingons from the original series TV show.
That's fine, but I think that's because the original series didn't have like the resources or the imagination to really like give a new race like something different. They just like changed like their skin palette or something like that.
Season 1 of the original series, one of the first times you see the Klingons, I think Kirk gets into a bar fight with some of them.
Yeah.
They just look like regular people, but they wear really shiny shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when the movies came out, the original series movies, they made the Klingons look like the Klingons from the Next Generation.
Yeah. That's because everybody loved them. And then Voyager, Klingons look like Next Generation. Mm-hmm. DS9, Klingons look like Next Generation.
Worf's in it, so
yeah. So it's like that was like it wasn't even a bad look. Like they look like aliens. They look badass.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't just use that look. That's just me being pissing around. The actual show itself, though, like I said, it's missing a lot of Star Trek. There's there's little to no like real exploration. But that's because the show takes place during, like, the war between the Federation and the Klingons. Mm-hmm. So there's probably going to be very little of that, but it's like, it's not a lot of magic. It's missing some magic. It's missing some... Also, one of the biggest things, my biggest criticism of the show was that I don't give a shit about any of the characters in the show. I don't care about them. Like, they're not that interesting. They're in, like, there's maybe one or two that are like a little interesting, but for the most part, I don't like them. I don't really care about them. Like, they're fine. The actors and actors are doing a good job, but like, they didn't really do anything to make me really give a shit about them. Like, if they replace the entire crew next season, I'd be like, all right, whatever, because nothing was memorable about the last crew. So.
Oh, so that's it for TV shows?
Yeah, that's all. That's all. I think that's all I watched.
All right, so what about, like, any moments of 2018 that you want to reminisce on? Good, bad, whatever?
I mean, 2018 moments have predominantly been bad, for the most part. Like, yeah. I was looking online, and I made, like, a small list of, like, 4 things.
Okay.
And I looked at the list, and I realized they all center around, like, the same issue. And that was basically the Me Too movement.
Oh, yeah?
That was, like, the big movement.
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately, you're right. It was big during 2018.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on the show probably many times.
Last half of like the last episode was basically that when we were talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was unfortunately, by the way, news came out, his podcast has been suspended for right now until that's recent story, until like the allegations are dealt with. So yeah, he's not even doing his podcast right now anymore. But we had the Weinstein scandal. That was huge.
Right.
We had Johnny Depp, and he allegedly beat his wife.
Yeah. Right.
There were other celebrity allegations, like Kevin Hart, cheating allegations.
Right. He admitted to that. He said he's so. But back to the Johnny Depp thing before we get too far. You know how Disney released the thing that said, the next Pirates of the Caribbean, they're going to move on from Johnny Depp. They're going to have a different pirate, and they just want to retire the character of Jack Sparrow. Well, since it has come out, I don't know how it got leaked, that Disney truly didn't want to do that. But the reason they're doing it is because Johnny Depp beat the shit out of his wife. And that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So, take that as you will.
Yeah. Can't forget about Kevin Spacey. That was a huge thing.
And I've been watching the latest season in 2018 of House of Cards, and I've had a real hard time with it. And I love Robin Wright Penn, and she is wonderful. I guess she's just Robin Wright now. I love Robin Wright. She is wonderful in it. But I feel like you need to have Frank Underwood in that movie, in that TV show, rather. So I've been kind of slowing down on the House of Cards. I used to really love that show.
Yeah. I mean, even Aziz Ansari had like a pretty big scandal, which caused a huge controversy because that was like the most split everybody's been about it. Because on one hand, you have the female, the woman, who basically said that when she was with Aziz Ansari, she was giving off like vibes and like trying to make it clear, like trying to give like hints and stuff like that she wanted to leave, and Aziz Ansari kept like pushing her and stuff like that because he wasn't taking the hint. But then you got the other side where it's like Aziz Ansari didn't take the hint. He didn't understand what the vibe she was trying to think because she wasn't being clear about it.
Aziz Ansari came out and said it was just a bad date.
Yeah,
like
that's what he thought. That's what he thought it was.
Right.
He thought it was a bad date. Like he didn't realize she was being that uncomfortable. So that was probably like the biggest, in my opinion, one of the biggest splits between people of like, well, no, like this is not a Me Too thing because she wasn't saying no, she wasn't making it clear. He was just being stupid.
Right.
And then the other side was like, no, he was being an aggressive man. So. it's been a pretty negative year, to be honest with you, when it comes to like events and shit. Like I can't think of too many good things that has really happened.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I've got some good and some bad. Well, some of the bad. Donald Trump is still president, Adam. Somehow, some way, that asshole hasn't been impeached yet. One of the good things is that in 2018 we did have a blue wave. It certainly wasn't a blue tsunami like I hoped we had, but the Democrats have taken control of the House of Representatives. So Trump is not going to get his wall done. He's not going to repeal Obamacare. They're going to hold him in check, and they're probably going to bring articles of impeachment up. Will it happen? Probably not, but one can hope for 2019. Couple other things, sports related. In 2016 and 2017, my beloved Pittsburgh Penguins won back-to-back Stanley Cups, but in 2018, they were eliminated in the playoffs by their heated rivals, the Washington Capitals, who went on to win the Stanley Cup. That just sucks. That hurts. That hits me right in the 2018 that the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup. I just think that sucks. But probably the worst thing to happen to me in 2018 was my grandfather passing away.
That's right.
Yes, which was back in January. So it's almost one whole year, but it's been a rough year, especially just having first Christmas without him. That really sucked. So that was like the worst thing that happened to me. But we did have some good things. We did have some good things and some things I'm looking forward to. Deloney moved home. I guess he might have started the move home last December.
Yeah.
But he didn't officially get settled in till 2018. He's back. He's been on the show a few times. We got to have him back on again.
Yeah.
So we've been hanging out with him a lot lately. It's
amazing.
Good,
when he was away, he was on the show way more than when he lives practically down the road from you.
Yeah, he does. And he said it was basically like when he would come home from Maryland, he would try to make it a point to come on the podcast. Now that he's here, it's like, I can do it anytime, and you just don't make the time to do it. But we probably hang out and see him a lot more. Yeah. He just doesn't come on the show as often as we'd like him to. But we got to get him on again sometime soon. He's good to be on here. And this is another great thing that happened in 2018 that one of us has capitalized on. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has secured medical marijuana in 2018.
Yes, it has.
And Adam,
I am a very proud recipient of medicinal marijuana.
That's a good 2018 thing.
It is.
And your headaches have subsided due to it.
For the most part, yeah. Every now and then I get a new headache. What's really interesting was when I talked to the pharmacist, she was like, medical marijuana doesn't like actually get rid of headaches, essentially. Like, it makes you be able to deal with them better, essentially. Okay. Like, I don't really feel them for the most part, but every now and then I'm like, oh wait, there's the headache, and it's like, oh, I don't really feel the pain. So, but yeah, it's really good. I'm much happier now.
So, a couple things. There's 2 movies that came out in 2018 that I haven't got a chance to see yet, and I want to see both of them, and I don't think you've seen them either. I haven't seen Han Solo yet.
I actually haven't seen that. I was going to try to watch that on my vacation, but I didn't get a chance to, so...
I heard it's good. I heard I need to see it. And I heard Aquaman was good. I haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah, I watched Justice League recently.
Okay.
I finally got around to watching that, and... Yeah, we could talk about that another time because we're talking about 2018 right now.
Right.
But Aquaman, I don't know how excited I am to see it, to be honest with you.
It's getting good reviews. People I know that have seen it said it was good. So
I mean, Jason Momoa is a good actor. I really like the guy, and he was good in Justice League. So maybe that's the biggest reason why.
He was good in Game of Thrones. He was good in Stargate. Speaking of Game of Thrones, I'm looking forward to Game of Thrones, which is coming back in 2019.
Fuck yes, son.
2018 was Game of Thrones-less for us, which really sucked.
Maybe that's why the year sucks so much. We're like, we didn't have that whole thing of like, oh my god, this happened really, but at least I got my Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So 2019, Game of Thrones will be back for the final season.
Finale.
So I'm looking...
Feature-length episodes, son. Get ready to watch movies every week.
I'm looking forward to that. I am so looking forward to that. I guess, and lastly, there's something I wanted to bring up. It's actually coming up here in 2019. There's an event that you've probably seen if you've been on to the For Your Distraction Facebook page. But at West Middlesex High School in West Middlesex, Pennsylvania, which is the school district where I live, they are having a meeting in regards to the whole transgender bathroom thing, Adam. We've talked about on the show before. Yeah. So I am going and rallying and showing support for these kids that are trying to get this policy put into place. So it's a whole thing. So I'm just putting it out here on the show. It's January 23rd. And like I said, you can find the event on our Facebook page. Go to Facebook, search for Your Distraction. It'll be right there on our page. So it's January 23rd at 6 p.m. at West Middlesex High School. Everybody should come to it. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to be fun.
Good.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Bring your signs. Yeah.
Hey, 2018's over. 2019 has started.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to have a fairly decent year.
Yeah,
I think that's what we can hope for compared to last year. So.
Yeah, don't be so negative. There were some good things. 2018 gave us some very good moments. It's ups and downs. That's life, right?
Ups and downs and all arounds.
It's just, life is just a series of moments. You need to learn to live in the moment and enjoy it. Hey, Adam, how can the people get a hold of For Your Distraction?
If you want to get a hold of For Your Distraction, email us, fordistraction@gmail.com. We are on Facebook and Twitter. Search For Your Distraction @PodcastFYD. We are also a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network. Head over to Podbean and search for Movie Guys Podcast. That is our official, unofficial hub for the Be Real Network right now. You can find us on there. You can find Movie Guys Podcast. If you guys have a show or you guys know of anybody that has a podcast and looking to join a network, you can let us know or you can email the Movie Guys. We're always looking for more people to be part of the network. We got some big things coming there. We are on SoundCloud and we're on iTunes. Search For Distraction. Rate us, like us, follow us, share us with your friends. The only way we grow is if you guys help us grow.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Watching a lot of YouTube, yeah. Hey, so no technical difficulties this week. That's good.
No, I figured out the solution. I'm a kind of a dumbass. That's what I'm gonna go with.
That's all right. Happens.
Yeah. That's a nice, simple explanation.
2018's in the past.
Yes,
we're looking forward from now on.
Looking forward.